Marhaban. For those who enjoy history, the Earth's history can be found in every rising cliff, every curving shoreline, and in every grain of sand. Democracy is a system that evolves over time. Men calling to you from long dark cloaks, and women reaching for your hands. To head of them, everything seems so unusual and exotic, and the busy, wild, and chaotic atmosphere that you're unsure of where to look first. Marrakesh is unquestionably the jewel of Morocco because it's so vibrant, intense, and enigmatic. The way Moroccans view tourists, particularly female travelers traveling alone, has some negative aspects as well. Take a deep look into the other realm of this city and learn about Morocco's dark side as we enter into the world of darkness. Here we go. You'll notice immediately upon arrival in Morocco that the culture there is entirely apart from that of Europe. Morocco is a severely underdeveloped nation where there are more restrictions than permissions. We actually have a different perspective on the world, not merely because of the differences in culture and religion. We want you to know that, especially in Medinas and Souks, you should be prepared to witness things that resemble a banknote with legs and arms. That's how visiting one of the most stunning locations can turn into a nightmare. While you're there, for Moroccans, tourism generates the majority of their income, so they'll use any opportunity to try and sell you anything. They can be very aggressive and might have set up a lot of frauds. Perhaps Morocco, and particularly Marrakesh, is not the best choice if you're hoping for a peaceful vacation to unwind from your regular routine. Of course, if you go on a tour every day and are accompanied by locals, you'll stay away from all these issues. But if you prefer independence, you'll eventually have to deal with one of these Moroccan cultural quirks. As we've previously stated, in order for locals to live well, they must make money. Since they're trying to survive, they may be very aggressive, urging you to visit their shops and insisting that you buy something. This might be very upsetting. We can only advise you to ignore them and go about your business. They can't make you visit their family's businesses, so simply watch out for closed doors when you enter and don't be afraid to leave if you don't like something or don't receive the price you want. Keep in mind that you have the right to do it at all times. We're aware that the transition can be challenging at first because life in Morocco is so different from what it would be at home. In Morocco, animals are used until they're too old, at which point they're abandoned to perish. Animals like donkeys, horses, monkeys, turtles, and snakes are common throughout the Medina and other parts of Marrakesh. Avoiding snapping images of animals while you're on your trip is one thing you can do to put an end to this heinous practice. Otherwise, the owners will continue to exploit the animals and demand payment. Therefore, always be aware and stay mindful that days of suffering and grief for these creatures lie behind a good memory photo. Even though petty crime is still quite uncommon and serious crime is extremely unusual, there is a high likelihood of verbal abuse from residents. The possibility is close to 100% in our opinion. Young guys line the streets of the Medina, souks, and squares informing you that certain attractions are closed or that you're going in the wrong direction. It doesn't seem to matter if they know where you're going or not. Then they'll offer to assist. Some will accompany you to their store or cafe and make sales pitches. Some people will offer to direct you to a certain attraction. Whatever payment you make to these guides won't be sufficient if you accept them. They might even become a little pushy if you say no. That's the way Marrakesh's Medina is. It's not the place to meet locals and establish friends, even though we're always eager to do so when visiting a new place. We advise you to decline all requests by saying no thanks firmly, but kindly, and then moving on. Better yet, if you can accomplish it while projecting assurance about your direction, ask another tourist, the police, or someone behind a counter in a larger store for assistance if you are truly lost. This habit of haggling is what gives Marrakesh a negative reputation, especially in areas like Jama El Fna. Just keep in mind that getting into major travel is quite rare. Saying no thanks will become automatic after a few tries. Don't let it ruin your vacation. If you still find the hassle annoying, hire a knowledgeable guide and let them do the work. Additionally, road safety is a problem in Morocco. Compared to the UK, the rate of traffic fatalities is over 9 times greater. Nearly all attractions are conveniently situated and accessible on foot. You'll essentially just need a taxi to go to and from the airport if you stay centrally, which could either be in the Marrakesh Medina or on its outskirts. The most frequent safety worry in Marrakesh is being hassled needlessly and there isn't much to differentiate between different traveler types. It's crucial for female travelers to comprehend local culture in order to reduce risk. Being prepared by planning will help you reduce any potential risk in Marrakesh. Every traveler will want to feel the bustling bustle of the central Medina. Be aware that nothing usually comes for free. Offering up products and services will have a cost, even if initially handed over for free. In addition, if someone gives you directions, even if you didn't ask for them, they'll frequently try to walk alongside you and expect a tip. To prevent stumbling into these traps, you must be assertive when dealing with others. It would be incorrect to assume that everyone will assist you for free, but it seems like these minor ploys are rather common. When you go shopping with kids, a common employee is to try and offer them things to hold, so you'll feel compelled to buy them. Even though we're successful in teaching our children not to touch anything, trying to keep an eye in every direction might get tiresome. We discovered that packing all 3 children into a huge double stroller greatly aided us in keeping track of everything going on around us. Don't expect to get bargaining deals when you visit Morocco. The country is not particularly inexpensive for tourists, especially when compared to other affordable European nations like Spain and Portugal. And recent increases in demand and visitor numbers have served to drive prices even higher. Marrakesh also seems noticeably pricier than the rest of the nation. If you plan to purchase something from one of the stores in the Medina's main square, be prepared to bargain fiercely and still possibly pay too much. It's certainly enjoyable to eat at one of the food stands in the Jimma El Fana Square. The costs appear to be rather fair at first sight, especially when complimentary beverages and other perks are being offered. All the touts are shouting at you. In spite of this, plates are typically smaller than what you ordered. By the time you're done, a meal for 2 should cost you between 30 and 40 euros. Although traditional donkey carts still manage to fit through the narrow alleyways of the Medina, this preferred powered motor transportation has steadily supplanted them. They pose a serious threat. In addition to constantly having to be on the lookout for them, particularly difficult while walking around with children, the pollution they produce makes the air and enclosed rooms very unpleasant to breathe all day. Instead, due to the disorganization at the main horse farm, if you show even the least interest in horses, you can expect a mob of aggressive cart drivers to approach you. You can expect a lot of people shouting prices at you and attempting to push you in the direction of their carts. It's somewhat intimidating. Despite a wide range of prices being shouted at you as you walk by, all carts must actually show the official city prices according to the law, which it turns out aren't unreasonable. No one should try to con you into paying more. Similarly, attempting to negotiate a lesser price than what is stated on paper just encourages this mob mentality to continue. I hope you all enjoyed this roller coaster ride. By the way, how did you experience about knowing this city? What country or city would you like to see in the next video? Comment to tell us while subscribing to our channel, and roll the key to hit the bell icon to get notified from us for the upcoming videos. See you all next time. Adios.